Okay, we're officially starting it. I just wanted to record this, you know, monumental moment. We're opening it. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Chapter 1, baby. Oh, I like that the cover matches the little chapter headings. That's kind of cute. Aw. Okay, I'm actually starting it now. Wait, I had no idea that this was a childhood friends to lovers romance. Like, that is my favorite trope. My all-time favorite trope. Like, I am 10 times more excited for this now. I did not know that. Oh my gosh, this is only like 3 pages later, but there's fake dating. Like, they're pretending to date to their parents. A moment, please.
Hey, Ellie. Ellie girl. Miss Ellie girl. Oh, I love my Miss Ellie girl.
So this Rose and Connor tension, I am sensing some enemies to lovers for future books, maybe, potentially. If so, that would just be some god tier content. When Lily says that Connor is their first real friend, I'm in it. That's so sad. That's so sad. Honestly, if this whole Rose and Connor thing that they're clearly setting up happens and they have their own book, I will be so excited for it, because even though Rose is kind of snarky, she is so funny, and Connor is just this like sweetheart so far, even though he's kind of giving off, you know, some narcissistic kind of annoying vibes. I think he's definitely growing on me, and so is Rose. So Connor invited her to Lo's birthday, and obviously Lo and Rose do not get along. So Lily asks, so she's coming? And then Connor says she's not coming. She said she'd rather skin my cat. Like, she's just so snarky, and I would be so excited to see more conversations between Connor and Rose, because they are just such opposites, but they are so funny. I don't know, I really like them so far. Not the chicken tacos with the extra lettuce. Just my casual Lily Calloway moment. Hey friends, so I know that a lot of people on TikTok, like, the name that I see constantly is Connor Cobalt, and like I said, we've met him, but he's such a know-it-all, and like, I know I just said that I really love his banter with Rose, and I am excited to see more of them, but like, just listen to this. So Lily is giving her concerns of him kind of hitting on her sister and saying that she doesn't want him using her just to get the family name and like make money or whatever. And he says that he's not, that if I wanted to date for a last name, I'd have a girl on my arm every single day. I would never be single. I promise you that my intentions are pure, and I think it's sweet you're looking out for Rose, blah blah blah. But he's basically saying he can get any girl he wants. Like, ugh, yuck, gross, no. And then when Lily asks why he wants to pursue her, he says, I won't have to explain to her menu items in a real French restaurant. I won't have to explain financial statements or dividends. I'll be able to discuss anything and everything in the world, and she'll have an answer. Like, that's so annoying. He is such a know-it-all, and even though I do like him and Rose, like, I'm really curious where it's going, I know in real life that, at least in this book, that Connor Cobalt will just get on my last nerve. Like, he's such a know-it-all. I want someone to put him in his place so badly. That's why I'm excited about this Rose thing, because I think she's the one that will do it.
Oh my gosh, this is heartbreaking.
Same spot, just different clothes. That's been this entire vlog. So I said that I was going to finish this book when? Let's try that again. I just completely spaced out. So I know that I said that I was going to finish this book yesterday, and I laid my little head down and I slept. Like, not even a little nap. I full on went to sleep at like 9 p.m. last night. Anyway, so I did not finish this book, but I'm going to now. I really am close. So I am going to update as we go along on this journey of finishing this book, which I'm going to do while I sit here. So first thing, I did start reading a little bit. Heartbroken. She missed Rose's fashion show. I was so sad. I think that is the first like real glimpse into how her addiction impacts her, because I think that it's a lot more obvious how Lo's addiction is impacting him and how that can impact everyone around him. And Lily's, I don't think it's as obvious because hers is an addiction that's just not really talked about all that often. And so when she missed the fashion show, I was heartbroken. And then Lo saying that it's his fault, like he completely takes the blame. Like, it just makes me so sad because I think it really shows how they are just, they love each other so much and they are willing to basically do so much just to help the other person hide their addictions and everything. And it's just really heartbreaking. I mean, this story is really sad and I wasn't really expecting it to hit this hard like throughout the entire book, you know? Okay, so this is a theory. I don't know if it's true, but okay, when I was saying that Lo was weirdly, or not Lo, when I was saying that Reich was weirdly into Lo's life, like he's really just obsessed with helping him and everything. So he has his mom and Lo has his dad, and Reich mentioned that his dad was an alcoholic and he sees a lot of Lo in, or he sees a lot of his dad. I am getting these all mixed up. So basically Reich said that he sees a lot of Lo. I messed it up again. Reich said that I'm like completely messing up this theory. What am I doing? My theory is that because Reich is saying that he sees a lot of his father in Lo, like, are they related? Are they brothers? Is there like a brother thing happening right now? Or like, I don't know. I just think that'd be really weird. Like, wouldn't that be a weird coincidence if like Reich had his mom? Maybe we're being led to believe this. Like maybe, I don't know. But that's my current theory. Because he's doing it again. He's asking Lily. He's like, what's he like? And she says, Jonathan Hale, and he nods. And then she said, Lo doesn't talk about him with you. And then yeah, I don't know, he just keeps bringing up his dad. Why would he be so curious about Lo's dad if they weren't somehow related? And also, how, like, why does he care so much? I mean, I do think he's a good guy. I don't think he has any ulterior motives or anything, but like, why does he care so much? Oh my gosh, when she's at the club and another guy just starts dancing on her and she thinks that it's like a fantasy because she has these fantasies sometimes, but it's not, and it's a real guy that she's just dancing with. Oh my god, oh my gosh, I don't know why that shook me so much. Why did that shake me so much? Okay, y'all, I'm officially convinced. So they're at the club and Reich and Lo are, you know, kind of having a bit of a spat, and Lily intervenes and she said, what did he do? And then Lo said, he doesn't take a hint. I don't want to talk about my parents. I don't want to talk about his mother when I don't have one. I don't want him to badger me about drinking. he keeps bringing up these parents. So I'm fully convinced of my theory. I don't want to repeat it again, but you know if you watch, you know. I was not expecting, okay, so page 296, Lily goes into the bathroom and a guy eventually ends up walking in and they make eye contact and he kind of tries to make out with her and she is telling him no and to stop, and like he doesn't. Oh my god, oh my god. Reich walked in. Okay, he's saying to get off of her. Oh, and he slams him into a stall. The guy falls hard into a toilet bowl. The guy falls hard into a toilet bowl, his forehead hitting the porcelain lip and his legs splay out the door. Reich, our king. Oh, that was so sad to read about. Like, she does not need this to happen to her. I just feel so bad for Lily. She deserves so much. I think she has like a genuine heart. Yeah. I just think she has such a genuine heart, and I don't know. I just really love her and I want the best for her. Do you hear Ellie growling? Ooh, Marco is home with her coffee. He comes bearing coffee. And a Taylor Swift red cardigan. So Rose just came over to the apartment, and the whole scene between her and Lily where they are talking about everything that happened, and she said, "You cannot get rid of me, Lily. Nothing you do or say will make me leave. If you don't tell me now, then I'll hear of it in a year, 3 years, 5 years, a decade. I'll wait for you to tell me. I love you. You're my sister. That will never change." Not Rose being a sweetie. Oh my gosh, she's like telling her everything, like about her addiction. Stop. My gosh, when she's talking about how it's impacting her family, that's exactly what I was saying, where it was kind of the first time where we were seeing how her addiction impacted everyone. Like Rose is saying that you think pushing your family away is the better option. It affects us. We all love you. Dad asks about you every day because he knows you won't answer his calls. Mom has a stack of self-help books on her dresser. Want to know what they're about? How to reconnect with your daughter, how to build relationships with your children. You affect them. Your addiction affects us. Missing parts of our lives isn't a solution, it's a problem. That is so sad. I feel like Lily has just felt like this burden and that she's not worth having love from anybody, including her family. And I think that's why her and Lo connect so much, because like they both kind of have this mentality of like they're both broken and they can only really open up with each other, and everyone else has their life together, which isn't true, but that's just how they feel. When Lo walks in and he finds out what happens, like he's saying that they told him what happened. Oh my gosh, he's talking about why he started drinking and how he tasted his first drop of whiskey at 11 because he thought it would bring him closer to his father. That's heartbreaking. This is getting so emotional. Like, am I gonna cry? Is this book gonna make me cry? I am not easily a crier. I'm so sad. Like, I should be happy. It's all good things, but it just makes me so sad. So they're still talking after the night happened, and he says it out loud, like he admits that he's an alcoholic, and he said that his father is an alcoholic, and then he says, I can't just will it away like some fairy tale. It's a part of me. I love you, but I want to love you enough that I never choose alcohol over you, not even for a moment. I want to be someone you deserve, who helps you rather than enables you, and I can't begin to do that until I get help for myself. And then he says he's going to rehab, and he's detoxing at the apartment so he can still be with her and he doesn't have to go. And Connor hired a nurse for him, and like, he is doing the darn thing. It says he's about to eliminate alcohol completely from his life. He hit his rock bottom. Have I hit mine? And so she says that she can't think about helping him detox and doing the same for herself. So she's going to focus on him, and then when he gets better, she'll worry about herself. And like, this book is just so conflicting because you want the best for both of them, but like, I think they are both just inside such great people, and it's heartbreaking to see them struggling like this, like struggling to do things for themselves and love themselves. Like, I just don't think that like their addictions can come across like they're being selfish to other people, but I really just think they are these selfless people that just have these struggles that they aren't able to fight. Like, Lily isn't willing to get herself the help she needs because she wants to be there for him. And I know you can look at it like, oh, she just doesn't want to give it up, but I think it's so much more than that. I think she genuinely really cares about him, and I think him taking this step is a huge thing that he's doing because of her. And I don't know, I just, oh my gosh, I love these characters so much. It's making me so sad. And I even love the side characters so much, like the fact that Connor hired a nurse, and that, you know, he talked to Rose about detoxing at the house. And I love everyone so much. This is so sad. Okay, I'm on chapter 31. I'm gonna power through. We're gonna see where this takes us. I don't have much longer. I like don't want to be done, you know. There's 9 more books that I have to read, and I don't want to be done with this one. Okay, on page 321 it says, they both look alike. Both have brown hair, even though Reich's is a little darker. Both have brown eyes, even if Lowe's are a bit more amber. Reich's tan has started to disappear in the winter, and his skin starts to resemble Lowe's Irish hue. They could be brothers. That's what I said. I am sensing I'm right. Are they brothers? I think so. So Mo drank again, and Lily found out at the hotel when he was putting tequila into his pocket from the mini fridge, and he's trying to convince her that he's okay because he's not going to drink tomorrow. And it's just so sad. It is so sad. I don't know why I assumed everything would just be fine, because there's only like, there's not much left. There's not this much left. Why is everything getting bad? Okay, so I was correct. They are half brothers, but not in the way that I thought. I thought they were full brothers. They're just half brothers. But Reich's mom and dad were married, and then Lowe's mom is the one who had an affair, and then he was born, and I guess that Reich's mom is who Lowe thought was his mom. So that's why she wanted nothing to do with him when he called. It's all making sense. It's all, you know, clicking together. It's all coming together nicely. Well, not nicely, but you know. But that makes sense why he was so in Lowe's business and so obsessed with his dad, because it was also his dad. So that is coming together. It's making sense. Reich knew about Lo for 7 years. That is so long. And plus we found out that when he's talking about how his mom took all of his things away, it was to give to Reich. So it kind of makes sense. But I still, like, now that I know Lo, I just don't want anybody to treat him rudely. So I'm like, ugh, that's still rude. But I kind of understand it more because she was married to Jonathan and he cheated and had a kid with someone else. So obviously she's not going to be too thrilled about that. But it's just such a hard situation. And like, I don't have much left. Why is so much happening at the end? Like, how is this going to all come together nicely? I know it's a series, but like, it's nothing. So I've come to terms with the fact that nothing is going to be completely resolved because I only have 5 pages left. And things keep happening. So Lo had mentioned to his dad that he was going to go to rehab, and they talked about it in the car, and Lily encouraged him to go, and she said that she is going to start therapy and she's going to live with Rose. So they're finally getting their lives together. Everything's going swimmingly. And then Lo mentions that he got kicked out of Penn because he hasn't been going to classes and he is failing and has like a 1 point something GPA. So he says all that, and he mentions that he's not going back to college, and Lily says that, or asks him how he's going to keep it from his dad because he will lose his trust fund. And he says that he told the college not to tell them, everything's going to be fine. And then they realize that Nola was not the one driving them. It was Jonathan Hale's driver, Anderson, and he's the guy who has been known to rat them out. So then Lo says, please don't tell my dad. And he just says, have a nice night. So he is going to rat them out, and everything sucks. So that's where I am, and I only have 5 pages for all of this to figure itself out. So that's simply not going to happen. I guess I will just have to start the next one. How could it just end like that? So the driver told his dad about college, and he stood up to his dad and said that he was going to go to rehab so he doesn't have any money. And then they have to leave. He's going to rehab and they're not going to see each other for months, and they can't have the address, they can't be in contact. And then there's just this sad goodbye, and then it ends. And he asks her to wait for him. And then it just ends. Okay, I don't know why I'm being dramatic, because there are literally 9 more books. But still, how could it just end? Ended just like that. Just, oops. Sorry, Ellie. I apologize for that dramatic gesture. Okay, so final thoughts. I loved it. I'm very excited for the rest of the series. I am probably going to start the second one soon because I want to know what happens. So look out for that. But yeah, it's, unless it wasn't obvious, that was 5 stars. It was so good. I was very surprised how much I felt connected to the characters and how much time we got to spend with the side characters. And I know that later on they, you know, I think they get their own books and blah blah blah, but yeah, I am very excited to continue on with the second one, which is Ricochet. So I have no idea what happens in that one. I had a general idea in this one. I knew that they were both addicts, and yeah, but I didn't know the direction it was taking, and I don't know the direction that the rest of the series takes, so I'm excited to continue on. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you did, and subscribe if you would like to see more bookish content from me. I will be posting vlogs from the rest of the series, so be on the lookout for that as well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. That was really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really unnecessarily sad.